Hello guys and many thanks for joining us on Chris TV 254 Talk Show. I'm your host Crescent Oma and we shall be having a talk show basing on friendship. Of course, I'm not alone. I'm in company of three guys here. Starting on my left.
My name is Carlos. Yeah.
My name is Precious.
I am Vitalis Maru.
And thanks for joining me on this talk show. And as I just told you, we shall be having a talk show basing on the topic friendship. There has been a multiple of definitions of this term friendship. Aristotle, a big philosopher, defined friendship or a friend as oneself. So maybe starting with you, Vitalis, how can you define a friend?
First of all, I agree with the quote that you said. Yourself should be your best friend. Yourself should be your friend. But at the end of the day, you need companions. You need people around you. A friend is a person who is willing to take a bullet for me. A friend is a person mwenye nitapigia saa 7 za usiku nimwambie bro, sina kakitu, nimekwama, niko mataani. Anajua kuna fuliza na anaweza nifulizia. That's a friend.
Personally, I don't disrepeat what he said, and I think a friend is that person who is there regardless. Not a person you talk to every day, you do stuff together all the time, seem to mnashina 24/7. It's a person who, when you really need that friend, regardless of the situation, they'll be there. Yeah, I think that's a friend for me.
Carlos?
Well, who is a friend? When you two mesema by the way, ni point like I'm my own friend, but apart from mimi kwa rafiki yangu, I also need like a companion, mtu mwingine, you see. And I also feel a friend ni mtu mwenye haimati if you people talk every time. If you people do everything pamoja and like unampay your attention mana. But still si ati tu hata kama atuongeleshani like lazima tukue na bond, you know. The fact that atuongeleshani kuna difference yanaweza kwa tuongeleshani juu tunajuana. So hiyo haimaanishi mtu ni rafiki yangu, unaona. But somebody who is there for me, you know, like slightly a copy of me. Tukayo.
So in our common era, we've seen that very many youth are involving themselves in relationships, right? Just to start with you, Vitalis, will you be comfortable in case your lover is having a bigger number of male friends?
It is natural of men to get jealous, and it is natural of anybody to get jealous and to grow insecurities. They say, as in, I'm not afraid of my chile hanging out with other guys because I'm afraid of her or rather because I don't trust her. I'm afraid of her hanging out with this lot of men because I know what this man can do to her. I don't mistrust her. I don't see no trust issues in her, but I'm afraid of what this man can do to her. So definitely I won't be comfortable with her having a lot of friends, a lot of male friends. Yeah, have a considerable amount of male friends, but don't go around smiling with every man, because what do you want from this man that I don't give you?
Carlos, you trust your friends to a level that you can go or hang out with them maybe till late and nothing can happen, nothing bad can happen. Maybe the same question I posted to Vitalis, when I pose it back to you, like, will you be comfortable when your lover hangs out with his many lady friends?
Story. You see, for me, acha niwaambie, by the way, I just get it. Najua you men mna understand. Ni ati huku nje mtajifanya. You see, personally for me, nitakwambia like ukweli. I've not seen myself like naweza sema I'm in a very good, you know, like a pure friendship with a dude. Like manze you hata kama unasema sichana ni manyo like mna kwa mabeshte na dude no like the vibe is there. Like mimi msi tembeanga tu na vibe yangu, so mne vibe na mseme ongea maybe several months half kidogo amecatch mafilo, so unashangaa unadai what okay unaona sasa. So me would say manze mimi ukwe boys wangu alafu madem hata mabeshte zangu zi
and utakuwa comfortable your man akiwa na very many lady friends?
I know my gender, I know what we can do. It's not even about my gender peke. Like what mbona wote?
In fact, you know, let me tell you. Nona, like a small story. There is a friend of mine. Like, una venye tuko hivi, we can be friends. And kuna venye wawili walikuwa si my friends tu wenye walikuwa wanajua like they were feeling some two things for each other. And a friend tu kwa hiyo group akaona okay, nataka kupendana huku mapenzi. Before they could notice, umanzi alikuwa haribu kila kitu, you know. Like anytime wamepatana kama my friends, umanzi ana overdo. Kanibu anakuja na mahag vizuri sana kuliko kila mtu. Until you're like, hey, what's popping? What's not happening? Kumbe ako na agenda yake. Me actually naezi nimejonea mingi for me to trust my guy with a lady, even my friends.
But remember, a friend is another self.
No, you know, Abu, let me tell you something.
So that's your character. That's your
A friend is
character.
another self.
No, let
It's
me
like
tell
you.
you, it's not about friends and character and what. Like, how am I going to put this properly? Like, unaona, acha nisema je, like, let's say you overintroduce your lover, your partner, your significant other to your friends. They won't be available. They will be available.
So
let
us critique on this.
They will be kind.
Let us
They
critique
will
on
be
this.
hospitable.
Vitalis,
Yes.
let us critique this statement. A friend is another self, right?
Okay,
like
friend.
if,
That's her
if
statement.
you are away,
That's her statement.
Maybe the critical part of it is like if you are away, he can take up your responsibility.
But-
he can take up your position.
Chris. This is the thing that happens. This is the thing that happens. You know, human beings, they are peculiar characters and they are evil. I trust no man personally. I trust nobody. I have friends.
Even your friends.
I have friends. Okay. I have these two people. I have people who know me as Vitalis, and I have friends. So we can know each other, but you're not my friend. But again, I don't trust my friends, man. Because mimi, kuongea tu kweli, kuna beshte yangu. Kwenye tu huko.
Anakuona.
Alinifanyia ile kitu. Alinifanyia. No, he did that thing. My chile, he knows very well. Niko kwa hii direction. Na akakule vitu.
Supposed to blame your lady or your friend?
Both of them. Cause first of all, that lady, she ought to blame. Why? Because at the end of the day, she knows that I ninamtaka. This guy ought to blame because he knows this, that Vitalis is my friend. Man, I can't do him dirty. But they decided in their own hospitality and in their own kindness to satisfy each other's needs where the demand was too high.
Wow.
And the supply was low.
And the supply was low. So I trust no man. So it can be another me, but hata mimi ukiniachia yako nitatambuka.
The sababu wewe si rafiki yako.
Nitalima.
So Anne,
Yes.
I think to conclude kwamba a friend is another self. Na unaweza muamini to an extent that if you are away, she can come and stay even in your house, but she'll not do anything.
No, you know,
because
no.
kuna hiyo trust.
Wacha ni kwa
There's that
hali.
trust.
Hakuna trust.
Kuna kitu
Hakuna
kama
You know, another self.
One
my
second.
friend.
When we pray the Lord's Prayer, tunasemanga lead us not to temptations. Hata usijilidi into temptations.
But there is that trust.
There's a trust, yes. But let me tell you, we are emotional beings, we are social beings.
And sexual beings.
And sexual beings. Wacha nikwambie, you might be a really good friend of mine, we might be really close, lakini chemistry ikifanyika, chemistry imefanyika.
Si biology.
Chris.
Na biology, hizo senses zote pamoja. It's not about whether I trust you or not. It's about leading you into temptations kwa vitu zangu bana.
Chris. Okay. There's a quote that they say that don't brag about your car to your friends because they might want to take it for a spin.
Exactly.
Wow. Moving ahead. Umepiga tena. Moving ahead. There is this a common saying that goes, tell me your friend or show me your friend, I'll tell you whoever you are.
Yeah.
Do you think, Anne, we can define you from your friends?
Hey. Now, okay, not exactly define, but I guess the people you hang out with can tell me a little bit about you.
A little bit, not
Or
fully.
I don't know, wacha nikwambie, unajua sometimes you find yourself, okay, this thing actually I guess yes, kwa sababu utajipata tu ukibehave the same way as the people who you surround yourself with at some point. I'm not saying that to blame, and you should have like, you should be firm on your principles and what, lakini at some point they will influence whatever you do. Kama unashinda na 24/7, one way or another you'll just find yourself doing what they do. So at some point they kind of do define you.
Before I go to Vitalis, I'll refute your statement.
Why?
Because okay, I have very few few friends of which I trust. I like being present to them, and just for socialization and sharing ideas. Most of my friends do drink, and because of company, sometimes, though in few occasions, I go out with them. But when they order beer or what, I order my water. So if they get drunk, I don't think they'll be.
Fanta orange.
Let me finish. If they get drunk, I don't think people will be right to say Chris is a drunkard because his friends are drunkards. Going to you now, Vitalis. Can we define friends, a person by his friends?
Chris, as I said before, I have friends and I have people who know me. I personally believe that you can define me from my friends, because if I hang out with drunkards, eventually, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the other day, maybe not next week, but eventually I will become a drunkard. I have people. Okay, these days, okay, personally, from my own experience, they say that Vitalis, you've changed. You don't chill out with people. You're alone these days. You stay alone. Why? Because I saw these guys that their path, it's not the path that I want to go. Because they say that if you depend on your parents, don't hang out. If your parents depend on you, don't hang out with those people who depend on their parents. You feel me? And I felt that these people, they depend on their parents, but my parents, at the end of the day, they're depending on me. So I felt that I need to cut these people loose, because I want to eventually what I introduce kwa madre, because there are many, and I don't want to do drugs at the end of the day.
Vitalis, remember there are personal principles.
There are principles,
A person has his own principles.
but you also, even though you have principles, you have breaking points. You have breaking points. Na ndio maana nimesema maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, but eventually you will find yourself.
Vitalis, ndio sababu nimekwambia. My friends, we've been friends for quite long.
How long?
Over 5 years. But tukienda anywhere, restaurant or a place to have pleasure or enjoy or relieve stress, nitaitisha maji yangu dasani, nitakunywa, watakunywa beer.
Okay, that's you. But me, I know I have some breaking points. Let me give you a good example. I have a friend of mine, a girl who is a friend to me, and she was a freshman when we were freshmen, and she started hanging out with big girls, and you know, big girls, they were hanging out with mbabas, the babas, and I knew this girl one day atakuja kuwa na mbabas. Right now, si ako na mbabas. Why? Because of her friends. They came to define her. People have breaking points. And you will find that they say, show me your friend and I shall tell you your character.
All right. Carlos, birds of the same feather flock together. Can we define you from your friends?
50-50. In this way, mimi kama Carlos, actually, naweza sema I hate that statement. Like, you just don't define me because of the people I hang around with, you know? And venye anasema people have breaking points, that's a fact. That's a fact. Kama mabeshte zako wako in this manner, there is a time watakuwa hivyo. So it's up to you. It's up to you ujue if you really want to go there until ufike breaking point yako, ama unajua what you really want. Like for me, naweza sema my friends, they know like kenye napenda, kenye sipendi. And I guess I stick more to my principles, I guess. like hivyo tu, mimi siwezi sema hivyo. And the moment najua msee kuna venye watu wanamview in a bad way, you know, because hata tukisema birds of the same feathers flock together, inaweza kuwa si in the negative way, also in the positive way.
Sure.
But since this is society, many people look at the negative part, you know. So I've seen also my friends like unapatana na mtu anakuambia we ni beshte yako, and they be like and I know why you get. But friends, unaona tofauti ya friends na watu mnajuana nao. Friends unamwambia vizuri, my guy ABCD haufanyi fiti na mimi sioni kama, you know. Exactly, they say people come and people go. So for me, I believe like kama unafanya kitu mbaya that does not go with me, my principles and everything, tunakatiana tu off. Life moves on, because well, there is no need like nikienda mahali reputation yako ni mbaya na yangu ni mzuri, you know, and they will not open their eyes kuona at least huyo ako na reputation fiti, na watasema hawa wate the same characters, you get me. So I feel like if you have to be friends and like your friends should know unapenda nini, unachukia, and mkwe watu mnaongea, that's who are friends. But I guess people judge us from the people tunaongeanga now. They might not be our friends, ni ati tu tunajuana now, but they call them friends. So
Chris, can I ask you a question?
Go on.
How long do you hang out with these as in how often do you hang out with these drunk friends of yours?
Once in a month.
Once in a month. Okay. Hang out with them like continuously in a fortnight, and your character will have changed.
But above all, we shall summarize by saying personal principles matters, and authenticity matters a lot, because authenticity is getting out of the crowd and being yourself, in the sense of, and this is also applicable. You've seen friends wanakuja nakwambia gladi twende nje, we go out, right? Listen, mtu atakwambia we virgins hivi. Sikia.
Uko sawa.
So Vitalis, wanakwambia virgins my own principle tells me, okay, I'm somebody who in most of occasions I like official or casual. I'll put on my casual. If you don't want to go with me, it's okay. I'm being myself, I'm being authentic.
Yeah.
So, moving ahead, we've seen young marriages are breaking due to friends, right?
Yeah.
And you get somebody because she or he never cut this chain between himself or herself with the friends. They want to go out and party at night, and at the end, the marriage breaks. In most occasions, not all occasions. Vitalis, do you think when somebody gets in a marriage, he or she should cut off the friends he or she was having?
Okay, my best friend told me that when you get into marriage, you're looking for a companion, you're looking for a helper. A wise lady said so. So when we decide to settle down, you should know that I have friends. I need time with friends. You know, kama sisi my boys we say, mazee, you're my wife, but kuna wakati ingine tena ni chill out na the boys.
Yeah.
It is very healthy to chill out with the boys. For me as a guy, it's very healthy for I to chill out with the boys. It is also healthy for her to chill out with the ladies. But when you're getting married, you know you're building a future for not only you, but for the other kids that they're coming. You're becoming a family man. When you are a young lad and a young chap, you never had responsibilities. So when you're looking for friends, you should sieve out those friends who never help you, like watoe wote au tu oya uko tokea tu vile uko. Take friends when you watakuja kuambie yo Vitalis, there's this deal with KPLC. Tunaweza piga hii deal tupate this amount of money. Those are your friends, because you're building a future and you're building a hope. You're building something with them. But si rafiki mwenye anakuja nakwambia, "Oya mkuu, kuja tununue mzinga ni 20 Gs." Na sasa yote mamako uko ushago anakaa kwa nyumba ina mabati. Bro, kana mtu mwenye anakuambia bro, by the way vile mamako anakaa man sipendi, vile umeka mamazi, vile umeka bibi yako hapa hivi si poa bro. Azina ina haja tunatumia 50 Gs weekend ati kupati na bibi yako ata rent ujamlipia. That's a friend. and wondo watu unafaa ubakishe kwa maisha yako, wondo unafaa, lakini watu watewa Vitalis kuja sherehe ati kuna wasichana, no, cut them off, you have a wife, bro.
All right, Vitalis. And in less than a minute, you are not married, of course, at the moment. In case, okay, what advice can you give to the married ladies? If somebody is married, should she have married friends? Ama we tuna wote wenye both wako married na unmarried?
I would not say cut off your unmarried friends. I mean, they're still your friends, but you should also have, married friends when you need marital advice, you can go to. As in, that's what I'd say. Like, keep both, but at least have someone when and relate to your situation. When this and this isn't adding up, you can confide in na ataku advise accordingly.
All right, Carlos, should someone cut off from the friends she had before she got into marriage?
Okay, I believe hata wewe marafiki zako kuna vile umewarate. Unaona, unajua wale watu wa maana wako kwa life yako na wale watu wako tu, you get me. So I wouldn't tell somebody ati juu wewe umeshatoka soko umeolewa, you cut off the unmarried people, you get me. I will still not do that, and still siwezi sema ati you focus on also the married people. Manze kuna mse maybe marriage yake ndio inaanguka, and atakuwa na kale kawivu, ako like mbona wewe yako inakaa so perfect, so atakuletea wrong advices. Anakuja nakwambia timu zako amekwambia ABCD, aende ufanye vice versa. So unapata in short ni kama anakuja kuharibu nyumba yako. They tell us listen to advice zote, but be keen on the advice you want to choose, you get me. So don't just cut off them ati juu wewe umeolewa sasa unawaambia nyinyi mjaolewa, you don't know we married people what we want, you get me. So don't cut them off, still stay with them, but wale wa maana.
All right. Yeah. So, and my advice is, this is a true story that has happened here in Kenya. Someone, a married couple, trusted the lady friend to his wife, and because the wife never cut off the chain from the bad friends she had, whereby she continued hanging out until late in the night and coming back to her home very late, it ended up in divorce. And guess what? The man married the best friend of his wife. So my advice is, be keen on your friends. Yes, trust them, but also know whoever you trust, because you may end up regretting. So it has been a pleasure having you with me here on Chris TV 254 talk show concerning friendship. And to finalize, where can you be found on social media platforms? Starting with you, Carlos.
Carlos, yes, me Carlos. So you can find me on Instagram. Though it's a dormant account, but mnaweza changamsha viewers, So you can find me at _Carlbella, on TikTok at Carl_Bella, Bell Carlos.
And
kama kawaida, what's up?
Vitalis?
Sisi mwenye tunaweza
anapatikana WhatsApp. Sasa wapi namba basi kama
tunakufollow ama WhatsApp yako tunakupata aje?
If you have my WhatsApp number, you will find me there.
So Vitalis.
So Vitalis Maruba_V on all platforms, save Facebook and Twitter. Siko hapo.
So pleasure guys for having you with me. To you, viewer, it has been actually brilliant being with us on this talk show. And guess what? Next on the queue is, should sexual education be encouraged in schools? Should sexual education be encouraged in school? So enjoy your day. Until next time, I have been your host, Chris Homer. Bye bye.
Vitu zote zimeenda kubdo.
Subelo.